Hello and welcome to the AOR DiRT Rally 2.0 Rallycross League Season 1 on DiRT Rally 2.0 for round technically 2, but I think we're going to count it as 1 as round 1 didn't happen here in Portugal, where we're going to see 3 heats, a semi-final and a final. Sadly not all drivers have made it to this round, but enough to go ahead with the round anyway. Heat 1 will be in the full wet conditions like most of the races tonight, which is set with a randomizer before the event starts. But yeah, Heat 1, 3 other cars, 4 cars in total. Obviously the Joker lap you've got to do at some point in the race. 4 laps for the heats, best time overall of all the races wins Heat 1, and then Heat 2 and Heat 3, only 3 heats, and gets points for the not only the championship at the end of all 3 heats, but altogether general and better. Well, most likely to get through to the semi. I think everyone today will get into the semis anyway, so it's all about just championship points really. There we go, good start, happy start with that one. Everything's all covered. We've got many options. We decided that we're going to go to the standard lap instead of the Joker, as JFH goes for the Joker. So we've got a clear track ahead of us, and we do just go for it, and then we Joker on the last lap, and it's a pretty perfect one. So he won pretty straightforward, just got clear air, good start, went for it. We get up to Jess right at the end, just got clear inside and lap her before we finish Heat 1. But it was a good heat for us, clean, what you want from heat races. You don't want any racing, you want just to set a good time and win your heat. So happy with Heat 1 win in that race. JHF second and Cliffy in third, and Jess in fourth in our race. Other races did happen for Heat 1, and you'll see in just a second the overall standings after Heat 1 of the other heats combined. I did win overall. JHF did take second, Damien in third, Rubo in fourth, and Night Crash in fifth, and Deco sixth, and Cliffy seventh, Jess in eighth. More drivers will be here for the next couple of rounds. We are missing quite a few. I believe it is over 6 drivers, maybe even 7 in this round. Sadly they can't all make it. My teammate should hopefully be here for the next one. Super Cooley was at work, so he can sadly make this round. Hopefully he is back for Belgium, which is the next round of the championship. Heavy rain again for heat number 2. The top 4 cars from heat number 1 all put together, so a little bit harder race here in heat 2 than number 1, so closer than heat 1 is going to be, and obviously a random order for the grid. Sadly you can't customize them like you can on DiRT 4, so slightly annoying with DiRT Rally 2.0. It's not the best, but I'm just happy now to be racing. Been waiting long enough to get going, so happy just to be able to be on the grid and go for it. I don't really mind with the rest of it. I prefer a few more other things, but can't always win. It was a good start because we got such an okay-ish start, and we were in the middle. We decided that Joker was the best option. Only wanted Joker as well, which is pretty good because it's the fast guys in this heat, so we can sort of go Joker and then not really catch up straight away, so we can put a good couple of laps in and use the tactic. As in lap 2 you see we have caught to the back of Damien, and Night Crash just hit his Joker, so we move up to third. So the plan is going well. We follow Damien around. He's all over the shot. He said he didn't have a wet setup, or he made 2 and it just didn't work for him. As you can see, his car is all over it, and he's sliding around everywhere, and he's one of the good last corner there. The car is just not handling how you want it to. It's not finding any grip. I know there's no grip in the way anyway, but still JHF has Jokered, and there he pops out of nowhere. Very close. He is just ahead after his Joker because we got held up a bit by Damon. Our car, and I prefer the wet anyway. Setup works for the wet. I like the wet, and well, I think it's just because I'm English, used to the rain, so luckily the rain favours us. But we're all over the back of JHF now. Damon's, well, I don't actually think they're teammates, I think Jess is, but they're in the same team anyway. to see team name. Not the best exit of the last corner. Got a better one. He's had to go sort of defensive middle of the road. Brakes a bit too late. We just sort of throw it into the apex and up his inside nicely. No contact, and he really can't come back at me at all there. He can maybe try something around the rest of the lap, or he's sort of just parking it on all the apexes. And we're not really caring he's behind us now. We know he's there, so we're just going to drive like it's time trial, because it doesn't matter if he's behind us. The only time it matters is if he's trying to overtake, and through that section you can tell he wasn't going to. Maybe through here, as we go through the last couple of corners, his arrow gets a bit big, but not alongside of nothing, so it's all okay. And we do cross the line somehow in first place in heat number 2, which we weren't really expecting. All the rest of the Audis as well. I wasn't really expecting that after the first lap, but happy days. And overall, got first in heat 2-2. JHF second, Night Crash third. Damien didn't finish in the end. Deco in 5th, Jess in 6th, and Cliffy sadly didn't finish that one either and won't be able to make heat 3. So he is out of contention going into heat 3. Top 4 again. I think it's actually top, I believe it's top 4 either combined or just from heat 2. I think it might be combined from heat 1 and heat 2. I'm not exactly certain, but I think it might be for heat 3. But it's also slightly wet again, I believe. Not heavy rain, yep. Not heavy rain, but still a wet surface even. But we are on the inside, so no real chance of a joker this time. So that's out of the question. Just hopefully a good start. We're going to have to go standard lap. You really have to think on your feet here, because you don't know where you're starting until you get into this part, and you read it right now. You have to come up with a game plan, all that in seconds, and then it might change depending on how your start goes. But here we go. Got JHF and Night Crash, and well, I'm going to go Brovo, or even though it's an O, yeah, I'll go with that name, why not? We'll see if it sticks. We come across a little bit, and well, I can see that I slightly came across a bit. I do back out here anyway, so I give the 2 positions up, because I feel like part of me felt like I'm not sure if it was mine at the time. I didn't think it was mine, but looking back, I think it might have been mine a little bit. So it's alright. Give them the positions. Brembo went for the Joker, so he got out of all of that. But it just got a bit tight, didn't it? Just before the braking as well. And the JFH is all over the JHF even is all over the place. We hit him up the arse. Not good for us. That's our fault. We should have been able to read the situation better. So now we're driving a little bit angry. We're looking to them. We're trying to think what we can do, because we've had 2 sort of mistakes in that first lap. We decided to joker because they didn't really. We didn't want to be behind them. We already hit JHF once. We didn't want to hit him again. And as we come out the joker, Brembo's there, so it's not gone really perfectly for us. Now we're stuck behind another car. We're going to have to find a way past him. And that's how we're doing. Immediately looking for a way through. Not really round this part of the section of the track. It's sort of one after the other. Sort of a line up here, but even now we've been told to stay away from the bollards, so that's what we're doing. Everyone's respecting that pretty well. He's made a sort of mess of the last section, so we got up the inside, got a nice run. That's what we wanted into turn 1. That's probably the best chance of overtaking, and not the best turn 1, I must admit. Slow, but he can't really come back at us out of the corner, so it's fine. So we're up to 3rd now. And on lap 3 they haven't jokered, so the top 2 will joke on the last lap. There is a bit of a gap as well, so it's not the best heat. We've made a few mistakes, and there you go. After they joker, they come out ahead of us. But just right behind them though, so Night Crash has taken that heat from JHF, and we were 3rd. Bit of a messy one. Crash turn 1, it was a little bit squeezy, like it happens in Rallycross when everyone squeezes each other. But everyone sort of got away with no damage there. But heat 3 goes to Damien in the other race of the heat, so he takes 1st. It was pretty close between the top 4 and then Brembo in 5th. But yeah, pretty close between the top 4 of us going into the semi-finals. We go, luckily for us, the 1st place in both heat 1 and 2, and then 4th place in heat 3 was good enough to take 1st overall in the qualifiers, so that puts us in semi-final number 1 and gives us some nice championship points as well going into the semi-finals. So top 2 from both semi-finals go through to the final, and then there's a consolation final for 3rd and 4th of both semi-finals, where they race each other, and 1st place in that final goes through to the grand final to join the other 4 cars. So it's a 5-car final, because we can't select the grids in Dirt Rally 2.0 we have to do single file start, so realistically the qualifying races are only for championship points. They don't really mean anything in order of semi-finals other than the which one you go to. They don't help for your grid position, but you still get championship points, so it's still worth going for it. But here we go, we are on the outside, not the inside anymore, and it's the first dry race of the day in semi-final 1. Both semis were dry. We start on the outside. It's a good start. Instead of last time being on the inside, we're happy. We know we're going to go straight for the Joker. It's a very good start. We're happy no one's going to be there. And it's nice. Hit the curb. It's all fine. Pretty smooth. We just want to get top 2. Jess follows us through the Joker, so that's all okay. And we've got a nice gap up ahead to Damien and Brembo ahead of us. So onto lap 3, you can see Brembo now takes the Joker. So we will move up to second, and that happily puts us in to the final positions. Now onto lap 4. Damien decides he will Joker, and that means we can try and move up into first. Doesn't mean anything for the grid positions, but it does mean something for championship points. You get more for winning the semi-final than you do in second, so that's the incentive here is literally championship points. We just try and lap Jess with slight bit of contact, puts us offline. I don't realise how close Damien is right now because I'm too busy thinking about not dropping it and how I nearly hit Jess, so I'm not thinking, but I saw a screenshot. Damien is on my rear bumper through that section there, nearly touching me. It's brilliant. But he was really close. I can't see him, so I don't know. But it's all fine, and we do manage to stay ahead of Damien and take the win in semi-final 1, bagging some more points on the championship for us, not really meaning anything for the final, meaning that me and Damien are both through to the final, and we are joined by JHF and Night Crash. And I believe in the end Brembo takes the consolation final win to join us. So we have 5 cars for the final. It's wet again, as it seemed to be the entire time. We are on second place on the grid, so Joker's kind of out the question here. It's all about the start though. The top 5 cars from the night's racing, all in the final. Everyone wants to win the final. It's okay, a start. Everyone's sort of even, I think. Sort of better than the car to our right. It's all fine, no one touches, and all 3 of them go to the Joker. We have slight contact with Night Crash because we tried to crowd him out into turn 1 because we thought as we're ahead we would. He was having absolutely none of it, and fair play to him for not, so he is now ahead of us and we have to deal with that, and we have to try and find a way past him, but immediately we're on him trying to find a way through. I think through this section you'll be able to hear the fact that I sort of lift off. No, I think it's the next lap, maybe one of the laps you hear that I have to back off slightly because I'm just trying to follow him and not touch him. Obviously we've hit JHF before, we don't want to do that. We want to follow as close as possible, but without touching them. That is the crucial part. The other 3 cars did the Joker, so they're all close and battling. Here we thought about jokering. Realistically, in hindsight, I think I should have jokered there because it would have been smarter too, because the other 3, as I said, are battling right now, so it would have been smarter to try and get some clear air, and most likely we'll come out ahead of them. But yeah, it's through this section here you're going to hear me lift off slightly. Sort of dabbing on the throttle a little bit, trying to keep the car there, but I know I can carry more speed. I'm just sort of following him. He's all over the shot there out of this last corner into this last section. You can see slightly touched the wall there. As soon as he touched that wall, I was ready for it. He touched the other one, flew over to the left. I got up his inside for the overtake. I was going to Joker until that last corner where I got the inside. Now, as you can see, he jokers because he realises it's probably better to joker rather than fight, which it was. And he came out in second there, and I kept going. In lap 5, I set my fastest lap of the race. Was absolutely pushing it just before my joke on the last lap, so I could get a big enough gap to come out in the lead of it on the last lap, and no one in sight. So we managed to keep going, put the laps in at the end, and take the final, which is what we wanted to do. We take the first final win of the season in the AOR Rallycross League on PS4, which we're very happy with that. Not quite a clean sweep, but a very happy day. And we do take the championship lead, as this being round number 1. So we're very happy with that. Thank you to TRF Esports for all the help and everything, getting ready for this season and throughout the season and helping my pace. We will see you in Belgium for round number 2 of the AOR Rallycross League.